KUAM TV 8, your broadcast home for the games of the 31st Olympiad.
Today, welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Krystal Paco, so glad you could join us. They're more than man's best friend. Dogs are playing vital roles to island security. Here's more. Don't let their puppy dog eyes fool you. Claude, Mr., Ella, and Ginger are valuable assets to protecting Guam borders. The 4 mixed beagles are partnered with customs officers like Eric Lazama, whose section is funded by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
We are actually collaborators with USDA. So what we do is they give us the funding, they send us off to training, and we enforce their regulations.
Their job? To sniff out 5 basic odors: mangoes, citrus, pork, beef, and chicken off passenger luggage at the A.B. Wampat International Airport Authority.
The reason why they look for these items, right, is these agriculture items can harbor pests or diseases that can be detrimental to the environment. Well, a lot of times is that people don't think of what a single mango would do to the environment, right, if it harbored any pests or diseases. So with that, it's like when people do come in, we say, hey, do you have anything to declare any agriculture items, mangoes, meats, or whatever, right? And a lot of times they just don't think about it. Oh, no, I don't have anything. You come off a long flight and they just want to get out and get home. So with us doing the inspection is we try to educate them.
Since starting operations in January 2015 with the USDA, the Customs Agriculture Canine Unit has resulted in close to 4,000 pounds in seized items. Those items are then destroyed before they can pose any threat to the island.
Because of the disease status from USDA, they have certain diseases, right, that we don't have here on the island. So like pork, beef can't come in, whether it be cooked or especially raw. Example would be foot and mouth disease. They have foot and mouth disease over there in the Philippines. Here we don't have it. So anything cooked from pork to beef, they can't come in.
By September, Lazama says they anticipate adding 2 more dogs and 2 more handlers to the team. If you see them on the field, Lazama says you can look, but don't touch. These dogs are working dogs.
Just don't be scared of them. Just go up there. Of course, don't touch the dog. You can ask questions about it, but don't be scared of the dog. They're just doing their job. If they're coming around sniffing your bags, let them sniff their bags or your bags and let them move on.
If you have more questions on prohibited items, call Customs at 642-8051. The threat of development and loss of jungle is affecting Guam's traditional healers. And because of this, the Hadza Foundation is speaking out in support of a bill that would set aside land for medicinal plants. Isabaza has more.
It's a tradition that's been around for over 4,000 years. But Hadza Foundation President Zita Pangilinan said Guam's traditional healing practices are under threat from loss of land and inaccessibility to medicinal plants. Bill 362 aims to address this challenge by setting aside lots in both Mangilaw and Inarajan for traditional healing purposes, something she said the Hadza Foundation strongly supports.
Hadza Foundation has been in existence for the past 11 years, established since 2005. And our efforts has been on preserving, protecting, and perpetuating our traditional healing practice.
She said the foundation is being aggressive in promoting the cause, especially as many of our island's healers, known as Sirohanas, are getting older. This includes 80-year-old Rosalia Mateo, also known as Mama Chai, who has been practicing traditional healing for over 60 years.
I live in the morning and I'm healing children. I learned that by an old lady by the name of Regina Telahi. She's an old lady Suruhana. She found me crying for my daughter. She asked me if I believe in medicine. I said, yes, I do. So she took me out and showed me all the medicine.
But now Mama Chai is the one passing on the knowledge to apprentices like Muñeca de Oro and Anya Mindiola.
I have been an apprentice with Haza Foundation for about 4 years now, and I apprentice and learn about the chamorro healing traditions under the Sir Hanas.
I encourage all of us to get involved. I'm actually a graduate from UOG, and I majored in exercise and health promotion. And I was thinking, hey, if I want to promote health and wellness, why not the traditional way?
Pangilinan said both preserving knowledge in our younger generations and preserving the plants needed for healing are essential. If Bill 362 is passed, the Hadza Foundation hopes to grow not only medicinal plants, but also organic fruits and vegetables, and partner with local schools to promote a healthier diet, and ultimately play a role in minimizing the incidence of diseases on island. If you want to get involved with the Hadza Foundation or set an appointment with a traditional healer, you can visit the newly established Center for Local Healers, known as Aguma Zoamti, at the 2nd Koturan Chamorro in Tumon, or call 747-2683. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Online payments may soon become a reality for patients at the Guam Memorial Hospital. According to Hospital Chief Financial Officer Benita Manglonia, the contract to procure online services has been submitted and signed by Governor DeCalvo. This means stakeholders are now working to issue the notice to proceed, which will be awarded to the offerer Quantum Technology. Manglonia said the online payment system, which allows GMH customers to view and pay bills online, is expected to be operational later this year. The Guam Memorial Hospital Board of Trustees may finally begin meeting next month. It was in December of last year that the board was left without a quorum after the sudden resignation of 3 members. 7 months later, and 3 new members have finally been confirmed and sworn in. These include Eloy Lazama, Lillian Perez-Posadas, and Melissa Weibel. Hospital spokesperson June Perez told KUAM that a tentative date for the first Board of Trustees meeting of the year is set for September 22nd. Students at the home of the Titans can expect some big changes this school year. According to a release from the Guam Department of Education, the entrance and exit to Teton High School is now exclusively changing to Seagull Avenue. The same gate used for the bus entrance, the gate along Mariner Avenue, will now be closed to the public. For more information on this change, you can call the school directly at 300-5570. The opening of the Guam Farmers Co-op and relocation of the Dededo Flea Market could take place sometime next month. Dededo Mayor Melissa Savaras says she was informed by the Guam Farmers Co-op that they received a business license for retail and wholesale and recently passed a follow-up inspection. The facility was completed last year but has yet to open, with the exception of being used during FestPac. Savaras says the Dededo Municipal Council will meet with the co-op to sign the memorandum of agreement. As of the actual opening date, she says a decision will most likely be made next week. She says the co-op is hoping to operate a special Friday night market with the regular flea market operations to continue on Saturday and Sunday mornings. It's the biggest half-a-day pledge to date. On Wednesday, over 200 Sodexo employees pledged to promote our island's culture and spirit this school year, while serving more than 23,000 meals to students daily. Guam Visitors Bureau spokesperson Josh Saikenko.
This is an example of how they're going to be representing our island and our culture. And one of the best ways to do that is through food. And so they're at the forefront of teaching our younger generation the values that we have here in our island. And I think this is a great opportunity for them to shine.
The half-a-day pledge program started in 2009 with a goal of promoting the local Chamorro culture, language, and traditions through everyday activities of businesses, nonprofits, and other organizations. To date, there have been roughly 630 pledges representing 32,000 individuals both locally and abroad. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll rehash some of the big stories of the past week, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers Report.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming, Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
At IT&D, we take a different approach when it comes to data. Introducing IT&D's new rate plans. We've increased the amount of 4G LTE data for our plans to give you more of what you want so you can do more of the things that you want. More snapping, more sharing, more connecting. Bring your own phone and get even more 4G LTE data and up to 3 months of free service. New plans, more data, more value. IT&D. Life in motion.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
Been waiting for the best deals in a new car? Now is the time to buy during Triple J Auto Group's awesome August clearance event. Get unbelievable savings and thousands off retail costs on our full 2016 inventory of Hondas, Mazdas, Acuras, Fords, Kias, Lincolns, and Volvos. Like the 2016 Kia Soul or Kia Forte as low as $15,495, or the Mazda 3 as low as $16,495. Before you look at anything else, see Triple J's PDN print ad for full inventory listing. Get pre-approved instantly at triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Today, welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the weekend. I'm usually the bearer of bad news, so I will go first, since I like bad news first. An arrest was made earlier this week. 2 minors were arrested in connection to a brutal beating right in front of the church, on the steps of the church practically. If you remember, it was last month. This man in his 50s had just finished praying at the Barragata Church when he was approached by a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, and he was beaten, and they stole his car, and then the car was crashed and found like an hour later. And so two males, 117, 115, were arrested. But I think I spoke with one of the witnesses, and I spoke with some people in the community who were just basically surprised that something could happen so close to the church, right in front of the mayor's office and a playground in broad daylight. This was 8 a.m. And so this should be a reminder to all residents of Guam, to keep your eyes out, to report things. If you see something suspicious, call 911, call Crime Stoppers, and that number again is 477-HELP. So on a lighter note.
Oh, yeah. There's been many delays with the Guam Museum, and we spoke with Gita this weekend. They gave some good news, I guess. The museum, the occupancy permit, they're supposed to get it by September 11th. So this means that they can start kind of operating it. So Gita expects the Guam Museum to have a soft opening around the September-October timeframe. But the actual full-on opening of the second floor, the main exhibit hall, that won't be until spring 2017 or March 2017. And this is because the exhibit fabricator needs time to finish all the work, and they haven't really started as much because they cannot do anything until the occupancy permit is issued. And but along with all the delays, Gita was noting that they've incurred a lot of penalties, a lot of fees in a sense. Like with the contractor, they have to pay a liquidated damages fee every day that they're delayed. So they paid $1,500 a day, and this has totaled up to about like $750,000. And so they're saying GITA saying that this will go automatically back into the cost for the museum. So in a sense, it's kind of saving them money a little bit. But I guess you look at the positive side of that. But yeah, again, so September, soft opening, full-on opening in March.
Well, speaking of openings, the Department of Education will be opening its doors to students this week, Thursday. So thousands of students will be going back to school, and Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson did say at a GEB meeting last week that 100% of schools are set to reopen, and all the principals agree that there's nothing really stopping any school from opening, with the exception of Simon Sanchez High School also will open, but there was an inspection last week where they discovered that although most of the citations have been addressed by Simon Sanchez, there is a few things that still are remaining. So a portion of that school may not be open to students. It might just be off limits, cordoned off this school year. But of course, we encourage everyone to, if you have any questions about your school opening, contact your school directly. And also stay tuned to KUAM because we'll have some tips this week on back to school tips for students. And Esther.
Yeah, well, developing story with respect to the solar power, the residential solar industry here. And we know over the past few years, there's been about 7 companies that have opened up. So GPA held a meeting this week, and they talked a little bit about the impact of that. They're now at 1,000 customers. So that's still about 1% market penetration, but they want to see how, if that continues, what impact it will have on their revenues. According to the consultant, regular ratepayers are subsidizing the solar users by about $2.1 million a year. So their recommendation is that they change the rate or the tariff so that the solar power users would have a separate rate in which they would be able to charge them, because right now they're being subsidized because they're not paying for transmission and distribution costs. So this new rate would incorporate that, but the solar power companies are saying that really would be a game ender for their business model, which relies on net metering. So there's still a couple of more weeks that GPA is going to be taking comments, so we'll see how it plays out.
Thanks so much, guys. That's it for us here on Rehash. If you have any news tips for us, email us at reporters@kuam.com or send us a Facebook message.
Hey, smart spenders. Looking for more ways to save? Buy food, get fuel. Shell's partnered with Cost You Less and Island Fresh stores to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station. Receive exclusive Cost You Less and Island Fresh offers when you fuel at Shell. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
The summer clearance event is on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Now's the time to save thousands on your next vehicle, like a new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995 or a new Hyundai Sonata starting at $21,888. Save up to $5,000 off a new Hyundai Santa Fe. How about a new Jeep Cherokee starting at $27,995 or a new Chrysler 200 only $164 per paycheck. See our entire selection online at CarsPlusGuam.com. It's our summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Watch the waves crash over bare feet as you stand back and feel the sun's heat radiating upon your face today. Summer's alive, that's why we feel this way. That's why we feel this way. Summertime in the summer heat. Grab a lover and move your feet. We gon' make it hot for you. Hot, hot, hot for you. Summer breeze in the summer nights. So I never felt so alive. We gon' make it hot for you. Hot, hot, hot for you. Summertime in the island heat. Grab a lover and move your feet. We gon' make it hot for you. Hot.
Join us at the Guam Summer Beach Fest for live entertainment, food, and fun. For event details, check out visitguam.com. This is a GBB signature event.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itanu program to generously supporting our local charity, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Tibza Smaasti Matson.
When you reserve a party at Chuck E. Cheese's, it's guaranteed to be a blast! Blast off! And now, birthdays are more of a blast than ever! Because for a limited time, tickets in the Ticket Blaster are worth double! Kid can be a kid.
I thought you said they got a Buick.
I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So, where are you? Using the built-in Wi-Fi in Tina's new Buick.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
It doesn't look like a Buick.
No kidding. Okay, who wants smoothies?
That's not your grandpa.
Now get nearly $8,000 cash back on select 2016 Buick Enclave vehicles in stock. Visit AutoSpot Buick today.
All right, everybody, it is indicative of our island culture that we always help each other out. Now, you know Officer Paul Tapao, he is with us tonight, and we are talking about who's helping GPD. Now, this is an interesting topic, Officer Tapao, but we've got Joe McDonald here from Tropical Productions. Now, Joe, maybe you can set this up for us because you guys have actually agreed to assist GPD in what they do, and you guys have a very good reason for it.
Yes, the first weekend of Summer Beach Fest, we hire overnight security in-house, and he was doing his rounds Sunday night, Monday morning, and 4 a.m. Monday morning, I believe it's July 18th. He noticed two individuals breaking into one of the containers, and he goes, you can't be there. I'm calling 911. And then next thing he knew, two additional males assaulted him from the back. And then there was, before he knew it, there was 4 males and 2 females beating him up. And he sustained life-threatening injuries. And it's a pretty horrible situation where you always want to do events that get the spectators safe and confident that they're in a safe environment. But this is a horrible incident, and we want these individuals caught.
And you guys, like I said, you guys have actually agreed to help GPD in doing their job so they can bring justice.
Yes, in supplement to Crime Stoppers reward, Tropical Productions is offering $1,000 per arrest and conviction of these 6 individuals. So that's $6,000.
All right, well done. Yeah. Oh, Officer Tapao, what progress have you guys made in your investigation right now, as far as maybe tips from the community or people saying, like I might know something?
Well, we're in the preliminary stage of the investigation. Of course, the responding officers did entertain the report. There's still an follow-up investigation to be conducted in reference to the assault. Now, with the Crime Stoppers program, well, what we do is we're going to put it to the public, and we're just going to do a media blitz about the event that happened. And like what Mr. McDonald had mentioned, in light too, with the Crime Stoppers reward, which we pay up to $1,000 for an arrest and indictment for an individual responsible for a crime, Tropical Production is also offering that $1,000 reward for each individual arrested and indicted. So we're looking at this is a partnership again with the community, partnership with the business side of the community in assisting the Guam Crime Stoppers and the Guam Police Department in apprehending the individuals responsible. So we're reaching out to the community members. We're reaching out to the people of Guam. If you have any information about this horrible assault, we're not talking about the breaking of the container. We're talking about a life that was almost lost because of the initial crime in itself.
Yeah, and Joe, you were saying it was as many as 6 people on one, so it was a gang beating, 4 men and 2 women.
Oh yes, that's true. It was a gang beating, and it's life-threatening injuries, and he's lucky to be alive, and these individuals need to be caught.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And like what Mr. McDonald said, he his efforts with the company of Tropical Production and the partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, they put on the Guam Summer Beach Fest so that the people of Guam can enjoy it. And it's unfortunate it happened to one of his employees. And, you know, again, we're reaching out to the community, and we're going to ask the community, if you have any information, please feel free to use our tip service line, our call centers, our internet service, our text line. You know, provide that information, help us bring justice to the people who deserve justice.
Yeah, and the gentleman was just doing his job.
Yes.
I mean, you know, he was trying to secure the area that he was entrusted with. You know, it's not like he stumbled across, you know, something and a bunch of people, you know.
No, yeah, he's just doing his route and routine, and he got assaulted.
Yeah, we'll do our very best too to get out the information so we can make sure that these people are caught. So, Officer Tapao, GPD has always had a very fruitful relationship with the islands, private sector, you know, vehicles being donated by, you know, the car dealerships here, various services being donated and everything like this. And this more than strengthens you guys.
Absolutely. It shows the, you know, the relationship and what we have with the community. Again, Tropical Production, they're taking upon themselves to assist us with this case. And, you know, particularly the Crime Stoppers program. Now, every information that we get from the Crime Stoppers, it goes directly to our investigators. And this is that one piece of puzzle that we're missing to complete that frame, that picture frame that we're trying to put together that tells a story as to what happened. That one crucial evidence that somebody might have, they might even know the person. They might be sitting there watching this right now and listening and understanding that they know the person. So the people that were involved, they know who they are, and they want to, you know, whether it be the enticement of the reward or out of their sheer heart that they want to help make a difference and bring justice to the, you know, to the victim.
All right, well, that is this week's Crime of the Week. So let's find out the information so that you can help.
On Monday, July 18, at 5:30 in the morning, officers from the Tumon Tumuni Precinct Command responded to an injured person call at the Proa restaurant located in Tumon. Now, according to the police report, at around 4:30 in the morning, the security guard for Tropical Production assigned to the Guam Summer Beach Fest at the Governor Joseph Flores Park in Tumon, when he saw 6 individuals standing by a Tropical Production container. As the security guard approached the container, the 6 individuals began assaulting him, causing the guard to fall. While on the ground, the same individuals continued kicking and punching him numerous times before fleeing in an unknown vehicle. The security guard managed to walk towards Route 14, where he was assisted by a jogger who noticed him on the road. As a result of the attack, the victim sustained injuries to his head, face, neck, and back area, and might have possibly suffered a fracture to his right arm, as he was also struck by a wooden object, where he was later transported to the Guam Memorial Hospital for his injuries. The victim only described the responsibles as 4 male Micronesians between the ages of 18 to 20 years of age, with the other 2 individuals described as female Micronesians, also between the ages of 18 to 20 years of age. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers and the Guam Police Department need the community's help in reference to this assault. In addition to the Crime Stoppers reward, Tropical Production will be offering a $1,000 reward for the arrest and indictment for each individual involved in this case. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615, 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, Joe. Well, you know, kudos and sidus masi to you guys for, you know, for reaching out and for wanting to get involved. So if people have any information, how can they contact?
Contact Crime Stoppers. I believe you put it up on your screen. And yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation, and we're very there's prayers answered that the guy is alive, but we need these guys caught. It's very horrible situation, and
that's a very good way to put it. Everybody, we should all get together, you know, like, and pray for the gentleman's recovery, and but we should also make sure that we can work, and if we have information, come forward. And you can guarantee their anonymity, Officer.
Absolutely. You know, anonymity is one of our trademarks of the Crime Stoppers. If you feel that you're afraid that something's going to happen to you, we're going to take it to the highest level with our anonymity clause. So please give us the information. Help us make a difference.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. All right, please stay tuned, everybody. We are back right after this.
Take a look around you, everything that has a beat, from the people all around to the walls of concrete. There's a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a stop, there's years ago. If you never paid attention, then maybe you didn't know. Everything is moving to a relative time. You can always count it out. There's a reason and a rhyme. You will make me feel alive like the music so sweet. So get up your seat, just feel the beat. Just feel the beat, yeah. Just feel the beat. Hey.
The Nissan Summer Fun Event is on. Get into a new Nissan Sentra starting at $98 per pay period with the No Worries Car Care Plan. Your new Nissan comes with a free 3 years protection plan and free paint sealant. Enjoy discounts up to $10,000 when you choose from the award-winning lineup of Nissan sedans, including Versa, Maxima, and Altima. Take advantage of super low easy financing and save even more. It's the hottest summer event ever at Nissan Upper 2 months. Sentra starting at $98 per pay period. Find out more at NissanGuam.com.
Tourism is Guam's #1 industry. It creates jobs and brings in spending. When a visitor comes to Guam, they spend their money on hotels, on transportation, on shopping, on dining out. They're happy they came to Guam. You know who else is happy? The hotel they stayed in and the bellman at the hotel. The tour bus drivers and tour guides. The stores they shopped at and the banks they used. The restaurant and the waitress, the supplier who delivered the ingredients, and the farmer who supplied the produce. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. When tourists pay taxes, it means locals pay less. Let's make sure our local economy grows so it becomes strong and healthy. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The summer clearance event is on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Now's the time to save thousands on your next vehicle, like a new Hyundai Elantra starting at $16,995, or a new Hyundai Sonata starting at $21,888. Save up to $5,000 off a new Hyundai Santa Fe. How about a new Jeep Cherokee starting at $27,995, or a new Chrysler 200 only $164 per paycheck? See our entire selection online at CarsPlusGuam.com. It's our summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Turning 38 this weekend, James continues a happy birthday going out to Don Espinosa from the family. Happy birthday, Geneva and Buito. Happy birthday to Rosemary with lots of love from the family. Turning 20, Hazel Rodriguez. Happy birthday, many blessings and happiness. For years to come, we love you. Always your family. Happy birthday, J.R. Santos, coming from your loving wife, daughter Mackenzie, and Pop. We love you. Happy birthday, Harry Gogwe, coming from the whole family. We love you. Happy birthday, Lawrence Cruz, turning 54 with love from family and the friends. Happy birthday, Tossie Gogwe, coming from your loving family. Happy birthday, Javian Tatum, Choco Alerta. Or happy birthday, Chum Chum, as I guess they call you, from the entire family. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your photo your name and birth date so we can celebrate you. And that's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.